Arthritis doesn't just steal comfort, it steals your freedom. Simple movements turn into pain. Joints that once moved easily now resist with every step. But real, lasting relief isn't hidden in painkillers or prescriptions. It's been in your kitchen all along, tucked inside 3 humble plant proteins your body has been begging for. Backed by science, these foods don't just ease swelling. They rebuild damaged joints, calm your immune system, and quietly reverse years of inflammation. The real question isn't, can food fight arthritis? It's, are you ready to give your body what it truly needs to heal, from the inside out? Stick with me, because protein number 2 is doing something inside your gut that even most doctors aren't talking about yet. Number 1. Lentils, the anti-inflammation powerhouse. Nobody tells you this, but your aching joints might not need another painkiller. They might just need a plate of lentils.
When it comes to your lentils, it's a great source of protein and fiber. Studies show that lentils have a prebiotic effect, including promoting the growth of beneficial bacteria and production of short-chain fatty acids to inhibit the microbiota imbalances and alleviate symptoms of colitis, inflammatory conditions in the colon, gastritis. So however you eat your lentils, I promise you, your body will love it.
It all comes down to what's packed inside these tiny seeds. Lentils are loaded with magnesium, folate, and polyphenols. 3 things most people barely think about, but they matter more than you realize. Magnesium, for example, helps your muscles relax and keeps your blood sugar steady. When your blood sugar jumps up and crashes down like a roller coaster, it triggers inflammation all over your body. Not just in your gut or your brain, but straight into your knees, wrists, and hips. Folate, on the other hand, is like your body's handyman. It goes around repairing damaged cells, patching up problems before they turn into permanent aches. And polyphenols? They're like your personal security team, guarding your joints from invisible attacks happening every second. But don't just believe all this just because I'm telling you. Because anyone can say, this food is healthy, and that doesn't mean it fixes arthritis.
What happens when you eat lentils regularly? Lentils have protein, fiber, they help boost your energy and keep you full, and they are a rich source of iron and folate, magnesium, and potassium. Research shows that lentils help with steady blood sugar levels, better digestion, they may lower cholesterol as part of a balanced diet, and they're a great plant-based protein.
And here, I'll show you proof. In 2023, a study published on PubMed revealed something that's hard to ignore. Arthritis patients who added lentils to their diets dropped their oxidative stress levels by up to 22%. Oxidative stress is one of the main villains behind joint pain. It's like rust slowly eating away at your insides. A 22% reduction isn't just a number. For someone living in pain every single day, it can feel like getting part of their life back. So it's clear something real is happening here. But here's the big question. How exactly do lentils pull this off inside your body? The answer is hidden in a blood marker you've probably never heard of. C-Reactive Protein, or CRP. High CRP means your joints stay swollen, your movements stay stiff, and your energy drains away. Lentils somehow help bring those CRP levels down. It doesn't happen overnight, and it's not flashy. But slowly, surely, your body starts cooling down from the inside out. Movements that once felt impossible start feeling a little less stiff. Mornings that began with dread start getting easier. You're probably thinking, all right, I'm convinced. But what's the best way to actually eat lentils so they work their magic? You could just boil them and call it a day. But if you really want to turn up their anti-inflammatory power, there are smarter ways. One of the best is a simple lentil stew with turmeric. Turmeric brings its own superpower. Curcumin, a natural compound that slashes inflammation like a sword. When lentils and turmeric team up, it's like handing your body a double shield against arthritis. Cold lentil salads are another solid option. Toss some cooked lentils with fresh veggies, a splash of lemon, and olive oil. Even blending them into your regular veggie soups quietly slips that protection into your meals without you even noticing. Now, imagine, on one side, a hand struggling to make a fist, fingers stiff and swollen. On the other side, a hand curling into a smooth, easy grip. That's the kind of real-world difference lentils can start building inside your body. Not a miracle, just biology and a little patience. Speaking of patience, just take a pause and let me know. Where are you watching from? Drop your city or country in the comments, and let's fight arthritis naturally together. Because this journey isn't just about one person or one meal. It's about thousands of us waking up to better choices, one step at a time. But if you think lentils are impressive, wait until you hear about the next plant that's coming up. It doesn't just cool down your joints, it powers up your gut, boosts your immune system, and sets your whole body on a better track. Let's check this out. Number 2. Chickpeas, the gut immune booster. You probably won't believe this, but there's one tiny food that can actually repair your gut and tame arthritis pain at the same time. Not a medicine, not a supplement, just a simple everyday food sitting quietly on supermarket shelves. What's crazy is that most people ignore it, thinking it's too basic to matter. But scientists have found it works on such a deep level inside the body that it can literally rebuild the walls of your gut, block the messengers that trigger arthritis flare-ups, and even boost your brain health. Before we get to that, you need to know why this is even possible. Deep inside your body, your gut is like a protective barrier. If that barrier gets weak, toxins and bad stuff leak into your bloodstream, setting off alarms all over your body, causing swelling, pain, and long-term damage. This is especially brutal if you already have arthritis. Those weak gut walls basically hand-deliver inflammation straight to your joints. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. Certain nutrients can actually patch up that gut barrier, keeping the bad guys out. But it's not just about patching things up. You also need to calm down the chaos already happening inside your body. Otherwise, the inflammation keeps raging on, damaging your joints day after day. So, which food has that rare combination? The strength to repair and the power to calm? Hold that thought for a second. Let's first break down the key players inside this food. There's vitamin C, which most people think is only for colds, but it's actually crucial for healing the gut lining. Then comes vitamin B6, the underrated hero that helps your body control pain and inflammation signals. Without enough B6, your body's internal messaging system goes haywire. There's also saponins, fancy sounding, but basically natural compounds that shut down the inflammation alarms at the source. And fiber, not just for digestion, but because it feeds the good bacteria in your gut, helping them rebuild and defend your body from the inside out. All this packed inside one food? It almost sounds suspicious, but the answer is about to get even more surprising. It's chickpeas.
Eat this for a healthier gut, and it is chickpeas. So if you love your hummus, this is great for your gut microflora, which breaks down the fiber from chickpeas and converts it to butyrate. Now, butyrate is a short-chain fatty acid. Studies have shown that it helps to decrease the risk of colon cancer, helps to decrease that overall inflammation in the gut. So if you have IBS, Crohn's colitis, chickpeas in your hummus is your best friend.
They work powerfully against gut damage and arthritis inflammation.
What happens when you have chickpeas regularly? This chick is rich in protein, antioxidants, B vitamins, folate, iron, phosphorus, good fats, and fiber. The combination of protein and fiber promotes the feeling of fullness by delaying digestion. This helps with healthy weight.
You might think just tossing a few chickpeas onto your plate is enough. Not quite. How you eat them makes a huge difference. See, roasting chickpeas into crunchy snacks keeps their nutrients intact while giving you a satisfying, healthy alternative to processed junk. Processed snacks, the ones that are colorful, crinkly, and tempting, are loaded with bad fats, refined sugars, and chemicals that tear down your gut lining and pour gasoline on the fire of inflammation. Chickpeas, on the other hand, sneak in with protein, fiber, and anti-inflammatory compounds, helping you quietly rebuild from the inside. But snacks are just the beginning. Turn chickpeas into hummus, blend them with olive oil, and boom, you get a double shot of anti-inflammatory power. Olive oil isn't just a healthy fat. It actually contains compounds that cool down inflammation at the genetic level. When chickpeas and olive oil come together, it's not just tasty, it's a biological shield for your joints and gut. Craving something even more powerful? Chickpea and spinach curry is a gut-boosting, immune-fortifying powerhouse. Spinach adds extra vitamin C and antioxidants, reinforcing your defenses like a second fortress wall. Plus, pairing chickpeas with tahini or olive oil unlocks even more benefits. Stronger bones, soothed joints, a calmer immune system, and a sharper brain. So next time you reach for processed snacks, remember, you're not just choosing taste. You're choosing between feeding inflammation or fighting it. Chickpeas don't just ease arthritis pain. They protect your memory and mood as well. And if a humble chickpea can do all this, what other hidden superfoods are we missing? The real story is just beginning. Number 3. Tofu, the bone defender. The scary part about arthritis and bone loss is that your bones could be breaking down right now, and you wouldn't even feel it. It creeps in quietly. One day, you're climbing stairs like it's nothing, and the next, even getting up from a chair feels like dragging a mountain. You might think medicines are your only option, but what if I told you something sitting quietly on a grocery shelf could help defend your bones? It's not flashy. It's not hyped. Yet it packs inside it a power most people completely overlook. The big question is, what is this simple defender? And more importantly, how does it work without the side effects of heavy medications? Before we get there, let's talk about what your bones are really going through. When arthritis sets in, it's not just about a little swelling or a stiff knee. Deep inside, your bones are losing density, getting hollowed out slowly, like a sponge drying up. You won't see it happening, but an X-ray would. A healthy bone looks dense, solid, almost glowing with strength. A weak bone, it looks thin, patchy, and almost crumbling. No expensive test needed to tell you which one will hold up better under stress. But what if you could rebuild your strength and fortify your bones with a simple food that contains plant-based calcium, omega-3 ALA, and isoflavones without complex diets or costly treatments? This simple food is tofu.
So tofu is actually a soybean curd, and it's made by taking some curdling condensed soy milk and then pressing it into blocks. And it comes in various textures and different levels of firmness. And the level of firmness depends on how long it's been pressed. So the longer it's pressed, the more liquid is released and the firmer the tofu. And there's so many different types of tofu, and it's really important to get the right tofu for the right recipe, or else you might end up with a product that's less than desirable.
But what exactly do these nutrients in tofu do? And why does it matter so much which form you get them from?
Tofu in particular is very nutrient dense. It's a great source of fiber. It's a great source of many of the micronutrients that we need for overall health, like iron and calcium and potassium, magnesium, B vitamins, many of the B vitamins, of course, those isoflavones that we talked about, and of course, plant-based protein. And about half a cup of firm tofu is going to have about 22 grams of that great plant-based protein, and that's according to the USDA.
Calcium is the superstar for bone health. Everybody knows that. But here's what most people miss. It's not about swallowing more calcium tablets. It's about how well your body can absorb and actually use that calcium. Plant-based calcium, like the one packed inside tofu, gets absorbed more efficiently and gently by the body. No heavy supplements needed. It quietly finds its way into your bone structure, making it stronger day by day, fight by fight against arthritis. Then comes omega-3 ALA, a plant-based fatty acid often hidden under the shadow of fish oil. While fish oil has its own risks, like mercury contamination, the omega-3 ALA found here plays a quieter, cleaner role. It moves through your bloodstream, targeting those painful, swollen joints and dialing down the inflammation from the inside. It's not a quick-fix painkiller. It's the builder that slowly repairs the cracks, letting you move a little easier, feel a little freer every day. And then there's the secret weapon, isoflavones. These plant compounds act a bit like estrogen, but without the risks that come with hormone treatments. They slip into your system and help your bones stay denser, stronger, especially when your natural estrogen levels start dipping with age. Without enough support, bones start thinning fast. With isoflavones in your corner, the process slows down, giving your body a fighting chance. So, Is all tofu safe for healing? The answer is a loud no. You see, most conventional tofu is made from soybeans that are heavily sprayed with pesticides and often genetically modified. Instead of helping your body heal, that kind of tofu could bring in harmful chemicals that silently work against your bones and joints. That's why it's non-negotiable. If you want to use tofu for bone defense, it has to be organic and non-GMO. Only then can you trust that the nutrients inside are pure, clean, and actually working in your favor. Now that you know the what and the how, the next question becomes, how should you actually eat tofu to get all these benefits without getting bored to death? See, air-fried tofu gives a crispy exterior and tender inside without heavy oils. Add some greens like spinach or kale to boost bone health, or simmer tofu in veggie bone broth for a soothing, nourishing meal. But when combined with 2 other bone-boosting foods, tofu's healing power multiplies. A weekly meal plan featuring these 3 foods can rebuild your body's fortress, fighting back against arthritis. Want to know exactly how to design this food plan in a proper way? Here's how! How to build a 7-day anti-inflammation meal plan. Every bite you take can either feed disease or fight it. And the secret to building a 7-day anti-inflammation meal plan lies in choosing the right foods with quiet precision. Begin your Monday with a hearty lentil stew paired with a fresh green salad, setting the tone for calming your body's hidden fires. By Tuesday, wrap your hands around a soft hummus wrap, tightly packed with crisp, colorful vegetables, delivering a cool, fiber-rich punch. Midweek, a tofu stir-fry with broccoli and garlic quietly steps in, packing powerful plant-based proteins and natural compounds that block inflammation at its roots. Thursday calls for a cold chickpea salad dressed in golden olive oil, each bite dripping with heart-healthy fats that soothe aching joints. On Friday, a bowl of spiced lentil soup rich with turmeric and ginger will slip under your defenses, working silently to calm swelling from the inside. Saturday's tofu scramble, folded with spinach and peppers, fuels you with leafy greens and vitamin bursts you barely notice but your body craves. Finally, Sunday ends with a fragrant chickpea curry and nutty brown rice, giving you comfort while quietly restoring your balance. Sprinkle turmeric and black pepper daily, drizzle olive oil generously, and watch the silent healing begin. So, that's it. You are all set now. And after you start following this food plan, pay attention to the changes and improvements in your body, and let us know about it in the comment section. Tell us how fast you get relieved from your arthritis pain. And which one will you add first? Lentils, chickpeas, or tofu? Drop your pick in the comments, and let's rebuild our joints together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep moving forward with us. See you soon.